Hi YouTube, today I'm just going to make some sort of a comparison test. It's not really going to be very accurate at all, but just so you can kind of get an idea what the suction is like on the junior compared to the senior with the hoses attached. So I'm lucky enough to have both tool sets for my senior and junior, so I thought we could just have a little bit of a fun test here. I'm not going to be sucking anything up, I'm just going to be, testing it against my hand and putting the all-purpose nozzle on the end and seeing how well it can lift the carpet at the edge. So, like I said, it won't be very accurate, it's just to kind of give you an idea. So, the hose set for the senior just comprises of the hose and angled tube thing, and the converter, which is like permanently attached to the hose. Obviously the junior one is just like a hose with a bent end and this big tube thing that sticks in the front, and then there's your converter. So just to kind of make this fair and to get a good idea of what the suction's actually like, I have taken the bag out of the senior and I have taken the bag out of the junior. So we should get pretty much a fair test there. Now, obviously the junior doesn't use the belt when the hose is in operation, whereas the senior does, but that's just how it's meant to be, so I'm not going to take the belt off, because that would be tampering with it and be unfair, I suppose. So anyway, so first of all I'll show you how the junior tools fit. I'm sure you know, but the cover just pops off. The belt stays on because this acts as a belt lifter as well as a converter, so that just sits on at the bottom like that, and you turn this lever all the way to the left like that until those lines match up. You can see that. And then you take this end of the hose, it's got two nut lugs on, you just push that in and twist it to the right, and that's locked in, and that's your hose on. So obviously the senior way of fitting the tools is much simpler. You just turn the machine around and tilt it back. Obviously you'd be doing this with one hand on the tilting it back and one hand shoving the hose in, but I haven't got two hands, so let's do it this way. Oops. So the hose obviously just goes in that way, in this little gap here, and then pushes down. And this piece keeps the brush roll off the carpet because obviously it keeps spinning. So that's what the hose looks like when it's attached on there. Make sure it's pushed all the way in, which it is. So, I guess we'll test it now. So, like I said, they both haven't got bags in, so let's just see what the suction feels like. First the junior. Now the senior. So that was the senior. Take that off. put this on, and we'll see what the Junior does. Now, the Junior's hose suction, from my experience, is just that little bit stronger than the Senior. And this Junior is 250 watts, and that is 600 on the hose, 620. So, if the hose on that completely sealed the fan, then the suction will be much better. But because when you slide it in, it only covers like a U-shaped area of the fan, so the other part of the fan, like that, is open to the nozzle, so it's all escaping through there. So if you turned it on with the hose on, you tilted it forward, it'd still have a bit of suction at the carpet. Not a lot, but it'd be a bit. Whereas the Junior completely seals into that fan, so you're getting the maximum suction from the machine, and it's being used efficiently. But obviously it's easier to fit on the Senior where it is on the Junior. Oh, sorry, than it is on the Junior, but you've got to make a compromise somewhere. If you want better suction, you go with the Junior. If you want convenience, you went with the Senior. So that was just a bit of a fun test. Obviously it comes off in the reverse, and it also puts the belt back on, as you can see. I know a lot of people took the belt off first and then put it on, but it's much easier just to use the belt lifter device provided on the adapter. So anyway, it's just a bit of a fun test. So there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.